Would it be too early the day after Charlie Kirk was killed for there to be a book? As I sit here and take in all of the news from every direction, all I see is deceivers, liars, corporate media, cover-ups, agenda, all pushing the same propaganda. It's time for a game changer, a visionary, an innovative person who changes the way that people think of the situations. It's time for Game Changer TV, telling it like it is. Get in the game. Is today too early? Thank you for tuning in to Game Changer TV. I'm your host, Terri Lynn, and this is the channel where every day we're telling it like it is. Today is September 11th, 2025. And Charlie Kirk was killed yesterday. He was shot yesterday at 12:20 in the afternoon. Would it be too early that 24 hours later there would be a book about it? Let's jump into this. Would it be too early for there to be a book out? What about 2 books? Would it be too early for there to be 2 books out about the killing of Charlie Cook? The shooting of Charlie Kirk, and I don't know why I keep calling him Cook. I knew somebody named Cook. Would it be too early? Charlie Kirk, the shooting of Charlie Kirk and the Battle for America's Future by Kevin George, and the Charlie Kirk shooting, A Nation on Edge by KCD Passeri. Let's go see this.
You're going to buy the book on Amazon on Charlie Kirk's murder. The book is already published and on Amazon. It's a national tragedy. This just happened yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. It takes 72 hours to 10 business days to approve a book to be sold on Amazon. They probably accelerated it because it's a national tragedy. The book is already written and published in paperback form. That means it's printed. In less than 24 hours? It's a national tragedy, though. I don't understand how this is physically possible, is all I'm saying. It's a national tragedy, though. You're going to buy the book on Amazon on Charlie Kirk's murder. The book.
It was up there earlier, y'all, but now guess what? It is gone. Apparently they pulled it. Maybe somebody released it too early. And so they pulled it and was hoping nobody would see it. So all I can say is be on the lookout for these 2 books to hit Amazon shortly, because they were available the day after his death in paperback and in Kindle. Now, how did somebody write a book in less than 24 hours when we still don't have all the facts? How could somebody have written a book? What's going to be included in it? How is a motive going to be included in it? How is the suspect going to be included? Where's this book going? Okay. How did they write a book? Even if they don't put all those information in there, how did they structure a book, write a book, put it together, proofread it, have it printed and for sale on Amazon in less than 24 hours? But like I said, now it's been pulled, but it was there. So apparently they thought it was too early to release the book. But what is at work in the background? And could there be a Freemason aspect to this whole situation? Let's get into this.
75 years ago, the Freemasons established their first lodge in Germany. In the venerable church of St. Michael, the members of what is probably the biggest secret society in the world are celebrating a jubilee. A hidden parallel world exists in our midst.
A hidden parallel world exists in our midst.
One with its own special symbols and strange rituals.
But you're saying, why are you bringing in Freemasons? Was Charlie Kirk a Christian? Yes, Charlie Kirk was a Christian who publicly and passionately advocated for Christian nationalist views. Do Freemasons admit Christians? Yes, many Freemasons are Christians, as Freemasonry requires members to believe in a supreme being, but not a specific religion. Why is Charlie Cook, I got to get him out of my mind. Why is Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens, who both have big podcasts, who have been elevated, why are they both blatantly flashing the Masonic symbol? This was May 15th, 2023. Now, on August 13th, almost a month ago, I did a whole expose on Donald Trump and his Masonic connections, and how Norman Vincent Peale was his pastor, who was a 33rd degree Freemason, and all the things that Trump could be in the Freemasons. Is something at work in this Charlie Kirk situation? Their secret handshakes. Where did Charlie Kirk get his honorary degree? So right there is Jerry Falwell Jr., the president of Liberty University, who had his own scandals. He gave Charlie Kirk an honorary doctorate degree of humanities from the Christian University, Liberty University. Okay. This says, do Freemason brothers work for a common goal? Yes, Freemason brothers work together towards the common goal of making good men better. They do this by committing to the core tenets of Freemasonry and by working to improve their communities. Is this more symbolism? Look at number 3 and number 4. Now, you say, no, Charlie was a staunch Christian. He would never support Freemasons, Terry. He wouldn't. Let's go see this clip. Now, how many people would say that Charlie Kirk confronted every group, whatever religion they were, if they were atheists or agnostic, or if they were gay or whatever? Was he timid to give his opinion on anything? Well, this is Charlie Kirk being asked about Freemasons.
What do you think about the Freemasons? I've seen a lot of conspiracies and a lot of good
strong
stuff.
opinions about it, honestly. It could be right. I've known some people that have been Masons that have just been like regular everyday people, but I'm open-minded.
What do you think about the Freemasons? I've seen.
He's open-minded about it. And is he a staunch person that defends his positions, but he doesn't really have a position on the Freemasons? He's open-minded about the Freemasons?
A lot of conspiracies and a lot of good
strong
stuff.
opinions about it, honestly. It could be right. I've known some people that have been Masons that have just been like regular everyday people, but I'm open-minded.
Charlie Kirk, the legendary Charlie Kirk, doesn't want to go toe-to-toe and confront somebody on something, and he's open-minded about one of the world's biggest secret societies, and as a Christian, he does not want to insult it, and he's open-minded to the Freemasons for the common good. He's not going to be the typical Charlie Kirk towards Freemasons, but as a Christian, he went off on the deep end on Israel, and most Christians I know support Israel. Okay? He went off on Israel, but he did not want to touch Freemasons after he's been seen making these hand signals. Let's hear him on Israel.
Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. Now, I don't like generalizations. Not every Jewish person believes that. But it is true, the Anti-Defamation League was part and parcel with Black Lives Matter. It is true that some of the largest financiers of left-wing anti-white causes have been Jewish Americans. They went all in on woke, and it wasn't just ADL. It was some of the top Jewish organizations in the country.
Are y'all ready? So he did not want to offend the Freemasons, even though they say he professed to be a staunch Christian. His wife is Catholic, but he professed to be a strong Christian. But he refuses to insult Freemasons after he's caught flashing the symbols of Freemasonry. He says he's open-minded about Freemasonry, will not be confrontational towards it, but he's confrontational about every single other thing that he is dogmatic in his beliefs in, but he will not touch Freemasons. Does that seem concerning? But you wouldn't attack your own group. Was Charlie Kirk anti-Semitic? Following his death in September 2025, Charlie Kirk was accused of anti-Semitism. And here he is, a billboard for advertising for a church in 2021. For a church, a Christian guy going to speak in a church, flashing the Masonic hand gestures of an organization he refused to condemn. 33, the magic number in Freemasons. In Freemasonry, 33 primarily refers to the 33rd and final degree of the Scottish Rite, which is an honorary award for Masons who have shown outstanding dedication and service to the craft and to humanity. And we all know about 33 in the Illuminati and 33 in Freemasonry and how they code everything to talk to each other. And we saw that clip, they talked to each other in secret signs and symbols from yesterday. Charlie Kirk shooting. FBI says it found weapon. CJ Sowers, 33. Reports indicate that conservative activist Charlie Kirk was fatally shot at the event in Utah on September 10, 2025. The reference to 33 million in connection with his name likely stems from the news reports mentioning that 33 million voters had been run through citizenship check tool by Trump administration, a detail reported alongside the news of Kirk's death. Now, remember I told you I did a video that Trump was probably in the Freemasonry by all of his past, and he married his first wife, Ivana, a Freemason. Norman Vincent Peale married Donald Trump to Ivana. And Trump yesterday gave, his condolences to the nation and to Charlie Kirk's wife, and he made a statement from the Oval Office about Charlie's killing. I didn't realize she said a cuss word right there. Watch what she says, and then I'm going to show y'all the actual video of Trump.
I think Trump's remarks in the White House was AI. I'm going to show you the glitch. I believe this is the reason why they're going to try and silence us on social media, because we do the investigative work and we share it.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah.
Wait for it.
Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him
Watch.
and loved him are united in shock and horror.
Here.
Charlie was a patriot.
Did you see
who
that?
devoted his life
Did
to
you
the
see the
cause
jump?
of open debate.
Did you guys see the jump?
country that he loves, united in
Watch.
shock and horror.
Right here.
Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to.
I had comment after comment that it looked AI. And when I hopped on that live stream, the White House's live stream, I was like, the color is weird. It's brighter than normal. This doesn't even look like him. But then so many people messaged me like, I swear to God, it's AI. So I watched it like 5 times and saw the exact same thing, that jump. And that is AI glitch.
So here is the video. I don't think I'm going to show the full 4 minutes, but I want to talk about it. Okay. Does that look like AI to y'all? Okay. Look how his neck is in the neck of his shirt. Okay. I'm going to let it play and then we're going to talk about this.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah.
And notice he looked like a midget in this chair. We're going to talk about all this.
Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the...
Did y'all see his whole neck glitch out with the hand? Watch. Watch his shoulders.
Horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world.
And y'all, Trump never even said beautiful. And we know how much he loves the word beautiful. You know, he'd say Charlie's beautiful wife and his beautiful children, the big, beautiful Bill. That's like Trump's favorite adjective. Okay. That's the song from the 80s. So unpack my adjectives. He walks around with beautiful and he just pulls it out. He never once said it in here. The thing that got me the most, I'm not gonna reveal it yet. Hopefully y'all saw it, but
we ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever.
now I'm not gonna show the full 4 minutes, but y'all saw it, okay? Trump's hands never moved. They stayed in that position. They might have come up a little bit, but the spacing of his fingers and everything stayed right there, all right? So I went and looked at a lot of past videos on Trump, and I looked at the ones only in the White House. Now, this was his first term, so he had a different chair. So it's that pinkish color, brownish color, and then the black chair is this administration, this term. So for comparison, I wanted to see how Donald Trump sat at his desk when he gave speeches and compare and contrast it. The number one thing I noticed is when Donald Trump is standing up, he's very demonstrative with his hands. He's got to move his hands when he talks. So I wanted to see if when he's sitting at his desk, if he is demonstrative with his hands while sitting. Let's go look.
I have really good news. Today, our nation has achieved a medical miracle. We have delivered a safe and effective vaccine in just 9 months. This is one of the greatest scientific accomplishments in history.
Okay, so the whole video, he's using his hand. So then I went and looked up another video.
All over the world, they're working, and we're working very closely all over the world on the vaccines and the therapeutics. So we're going to have some of the heads of these great companies coming in. Johnson & Johnson is doing very well, in particular. They seem to be doing very well, but numerous are doing very well. It's something that I really feel certain. I guess you can never use totally certain, but...
And do y'all see how much he moves his body when he talks? Okay. But when he was in this video, he was not. I mean, when he was in this one addressing about Charlie Kirk, he was not moving around in the chair. He was not moving his hands. Look how it looks like a cartoon. His head looks like a cartoon on his body. It is not even symmetrical. Here's another one in his first term.
You know, we do have therapeutics that are really having an impact, and you're looking at what's going on. I've seen numbers from 50 to 85%.
And in that, talking about Charlie Kirk, he stayed with his head and body in the same position. He didn't move his hands. His head looks bigger than his body. He looks like a midget in this chair. And look at how fuzzy it is with the collar of his shirt around his neck. The color of his face doesn't look right. His hands don't look right. And here he is sitting in the dark chair. This is the one from the AI picture. Okay? Doesn't he look like he's like Goldilocks sitting in the Daddy Bear chair or something? Alice in Wonderland sitting in a chair that's made for somebody else. So here are pictures online on the right of him sitting in that dark chair. He's above the chair, so I don't know what's going on with this over here. But he's not using his hands and he looks like a midget. Did they have to use AI because Trump didn't want to get on TV? Answer yes or no. Could a digital ID increase safety on college campuses? Because in that speech, Trump was talking about how unsafe college campuses were, and Charlie gave his life for it to bring the truth out there. Look at this, an excuse to implement strict biometric surveillance for safety. So today I spent all day just looking at witness testimony. Nobody was distraught. Nobody was hysterical. Did not see one tear. They were all just talking about they didn't feel safe, all right? Nobody was crying. Nobody. Now, if I was standing on the third row, like some of these people testifying they were, and I saw a hole get blown out of somebody's neck, I might need to be at the hospital getting a sedative for what I saw. And these people are just talking like, oh, yeah, I drove to Walmart yesterday. Now, watch this student. He said that Utah Valley University failed Charlie Kirk. Okay, so this is like a 20-year-old guy telling the news reporter, oh, our university failed him. The script is about to be revealed.
What did you see? I'm sure you've already described it. I don't know if I want to describe it again, but it was
Duper's delight. Y'all see him smiling? Who would be smiling? Okay? He says, I don't really want to tell you what I saw. He is smiling. Watch this.
Already described it. I don't know if I want to describe it again, but it was pretty traumatizing, pretty terrible. What happened? Just an overall sad situation.
And you were telling us that, did it appear like there was a lot of security there or not much?
No, I mean, we registered for tickets, but they weren't even looking for tickets. Anyone could just walk in. It was at probably the worst place in campus because there's just so many areas where anyone can just walk in. So yeah, I would say the security level, I would say UVU kind of failed him.
And here is the propaganda, the false flag, the psyops continuing today. So that was yesterday. That witness who's not traumatized saying the college failed him. So then the next day, multiple historically black colleges and universities on lockdown for terrorist threats. Are they putting this all out there so that they can sell the lie that they need digital ID on these campuses ASAP for the excuse to roll out digital ID on young adults? So is it too early for a book? Listen to what Charlie Kirk posted 11 years ago. June 22nd, 2014. This is a post from Charlie Kirk 11 years ago. Did I just get shot by an AR-15? Feels like it. Do y'all find that disturbing? Do y'all find all of this disturbing? Is it too early for a book? And how could a book been compiled the idea, thought, how they wanted to lay out the facts, how they wanted to make the sound the first person or third person, how they wanted to make the book sound, how they wanted to lay it out, the facts, how was each chapter going to be, how was the book going to unfold, what were they going to include. In less than 24 hours, there was no facts to put in it. And not just one book, but two. So is it too early to have a book out? Not if they already had the script 11 years ago. Did I just get shot by an AR-15? Feels like it. This is the Freemasonry Code of Silence, the vow of silence. And here it is here, the vow of silence. Think about this. From history.com, 7 things you may not know about Freemasons. Freemasons are everywhere. Famous Freemasons can be found throughout history. George Washington as a Master Mason. Benjamin Franklin was a founding member of the first Masonic Lodge in America. Presidents FDR and Gerald Ford were Masons, as well as Prime Minister of Great Britain Winston Churchill. So is Tony Blair. Wolfgang Mozart, Davy Crockett, Duke Ellington, Nat King Cole, Henry Ford, Paul Robeson, astronaut Buzz Aldrin, Shaq. That country singer Brad Paisley is a Freemason. So why couldn't Charlie Kirk be, when he's making their same symbols?
This is a layout of Washington, D.C. When they laid the city out, the architect was a Mason, and they laid it out in Masonic symbolism. Here's the White House. Here's the Washington Monument, as I said, point within a circle. Here's the Capitol. The streets that go to the Capitol make up Masonic symbolism, obviously. There's a goat's head up here, and if you turn this on its side, the other way, the other way, one more, you'll see an inverted five-pointed star with the bottom right on top of the White House, folks. That is a satanic symbol. That is a pentagram. What are the other points? These other points, I should know those. I can give them to you if you want to write me. I mean, I just don't have them here with me. One's found vertical square.
But the outspoken, sometimes seemingly berating Charlie Kirk did not want to insult Freemasonry.
What do you think about the Freemasons? I've seen a lot of conspiracies and a lot of good
strong
stuff.
opinions about it, honestly. I mean, it could be right. I've known some people that have been Masons that have just been like regular everyday people, but I'm open-minded.
What do you
I have no strong opinion on it, says the man who has a strong opinion on everything.
think about the Freemasons? I've seen a lot of conspiracies and a lot of good
strong
stuff.
opinions about it, honestly.
11 years ago, he said, did I get shot by an AR-15? And he died yesterday, and today there was already advertising a fully printed book, written, proofread, a printer located, publisher, and uploaded for sale on Amazon within 24 hours. But they've pulled it down now. But y'all be on the lookout for those 2 books, because they will be hitting. They probably didn't think we would catch it so fast, and now they'll release it in a week or 2. ResearchGate, August 9th, 2025. The attempt of the global Masonic Mafia-driven elite. Masonic Mafia-driven elite and its deep government for great reset on the planet through COVID-19. Blockchain and Freemasonry. Are y'all ready for this? Look what the Freemasons are talking about. The application of blockchain technology, how blockchain can secure Masonic membership identity. The application of blockchain technology can create a secure and transparent system for managing Masonic membership identities. By leveraging blockchain, each Mason can be issued a unique digital identity, potentially in the form of a non fungible token recorded on the blockchain. This digital identity would encapsulate membership status, history, and credentials, all of which can be verified and accessed without the fear of tampering or fraud. So now, a month ago, the Freemasons are pushing digital ID. Charlie Kirk's shooting death exposes security gaps at political events. Historically Black colleges and universities implement new security measures after threats made to the schools across the country. This was today. Today, they were put on lockdown. Today. And today, they implemented new security measures. Multiple South Carolina historically Black colleges and universities have implemented new security measures as threats are being made to schools across the country. These threats come after right-wing commentator Charlie Kirk was fatally shot at an event at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. South Carolina State University is now requiring identification checks for anyone who enters the campus. Do y'all see how stupid this is? Because if you're, my daddy used to say the most worthless thing on the planet, he'd say, y'all know what the most worthless thing is on the planet? And we would make all these guesses. And he said, no, a door lock. And we're like, daddy, a door lock keeps you safe. He says, no, a door lock makes you think you're safe. He said, a good person will never even come pull on your door if it was even unlocked. But a bad person is coming into your house, whether that door is locked or not. He says that lock is useless. So these colleges now, on the pretense of increasing security because of Charlie Kirk, who could potentially be a Freemason with a goal, because he was shot. So the very next day, where a book has been already written and released, and then the next day, the historically Black colleges are all on lockdown. They come out and said they're going to increase security on their campuses and make everybody who comes on the grounds to register. Okay. South Carolina State University is now requiring identification checks for anyone who enters the campus. Well, that's great for honest people, but do you think it would really stop a shooter? You think they're going to go knock on the, hi, I'm a shooter. Can I get my digital ID, please? That's about as useless as a lock, in my daddy's opinion. But it's enough to control everybody else. If y'all want to come to class, y'all have to get this. Kind of like if you want to come to class, you got to get the vaccine. Now it's going to be the digital ID under the guise of safety. Should digital IDs be implemented on college campuses for safety? Yes. Digital IDs offer significant safety and security advantages on college campuses by preventing unauthorized access. Really? You think that guy on the roof would ask for permission? Hey, I got permission to get on y'all's roof with my long gun so I can shoot somebody. Yes or no? Could digital ID on college campus prevent another Charlie Kirk situation? Following the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk at a university, campus security is a major concern, and a digital ID system could potentially prevent certain security issues. Do y'all see where this is going? After one day. Yesterday, September 10th, on the same exact day that Charlie Kirk was shot, Baylor University in Texas goes fully digital with student IDs. Is it too early for a book to be released 24 hours later? Or was the plan already in place? And wait till y'all see this. And this is what got me. Okay, Charlie Kirk's wife was Miss Arizona USA in 2012. She was in Trump's beauty pageants when Trump owned the beauty pageants. So she knows Trump. She knew Trump before Charlie Kirk knew Trump. And now they both know Trump. If there was an agenda to do something or fake something, would they go along with it? If Charlie was asked to do something, or if Charlie was threatened with something, and they're like, hey, y'all, would she be willing to go along with it since she knew Trump even before Charlie Kirk did? The president who was instructed by a 33rd degree Freemason who he went and sat in his church, Norman Vincent Peale, who Trump says he does not need to ask God for forgiveness, who is a suspected Freemason himself, who is wanting to unleash AI with all the AI executive orders. And could that have been an AI response to Charlie Kirk's death that Charlie Kirk foretold on himself 11 years ago? And he's given the same exact vow of silence. Okay. And look at this. For Charlie Kirk's colleges need digital ID. Following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk on college campus in September 25, there have been speculation that Charlie Kirk had previously argued for mandatory digital ID systems for college students. Is that what the psyop is for? For Charlie. While everybody is in an emotional state, while everybody's crying and their resistance to it is down, and they sell the lie, Charlie, who didn't have a strong opinion on Freemasonry, making all the hand signals, the secret society that wants to control everything, that would go along with the Great Reset and the One World Order. For Charlie. Charlie wanted a mandatory digital ID. So let's honor Charlie and everybody get your digital ID. And we've got colleges now, the day after, are implementing digital ID. Is it too early for the book? Is it too early for the book? Not if it was planned. Not if they already had the script. Did it just get released to Amazon too early and they had to hurry up and pull it down before the masses saw a book was already written? This was a psyop. And the agenda for it is to roll out digital ID because America's sweetheart, Charlie Kirk, would have wanted it. That was his desire for what he wanted. So to honor him, y'all go get your mandated digital ID. Today was an eye-opening video for me. Y'all please leave me y'all's comments below and let me know what y'all think about this. I love y'all. Keep serving Jesus, keep your eyes open, and do not go back to sleep. If you appreciate the content that I bring on this channel, would you prayerfully consider supporting the channel?